First of all, Tarja, thanks for joining Metal Express Radio.
No problem at all. No problem.
You just returned from Argentina with your husband. You had a little break after what happened between you and the Nightwish guys. How are you doing these days?
Well, these last 3 weeks haven't been the very, very most beautiful moments in my life or the very easiest period of my life. I mean that pressure has been very big coming from the media side, especially in Finland, and they took it as the whole Finland took this split like a national catastrophe. I mean that it has been in headlines since 3 weeks, and when I returned from Argentina, it was like I wanted to face the media for the first time and for the last time. That I did a press conference on Friday in Helsinki last week, and definitely wasn't the easiest day of my life, and in that place I wouldn't never wanted really to be. And Monday I did also in Berlin a press conference, and that's it, because this is a very sensitive subject for me, so I wouldn't like to continue talking about it, and this is nothing to do with the promotion I'm looking for. So, yeah, but okay. What I can do, yeah.
In your press release, you said on the press conference you wouldn't focus on what happened between you and Nightwish, but you'd focus on your solo career. I guess the press wanted to hear your story and your feelings towards what happened.
Yeah, I really told the story. I really told the story since the third album of Nightwish, how things were from those moments on. So you know that after Wishmaster tour from the third album, the band split it. You know, the Tuomas, the composer himself, said that he cannot hold on anymore. He cannot just continue with the band anymore with all the problems. So since those days on, Nightwish have had a lot of problems within the band itself, with the communication and with the information and everything like that we were not good in talking. So definitely on Friday I was talking about these things and talking about the story itself, that how was it to be in the band and how was it as Nightwish to be touring and so on. So it was just a short part of it. I ended up with the future, but it was not about that, the press conference.
So after that press conference, you kind of feel that you have closed this chapter and now you'll focus on the future.
Well, I need to do it for my mental health, that there are so many things now disclosed for the media and disclosed for the public that I wouldn't really like to talk about. I have been a person that hasn't been really talking about my private life, about my family, about anything that I feel that these kind of matters are nothing to do with the public. So, I mean, now everything is in the headlines. I mean, everything, it has changed a lot, the picture of the image of mine and about what people are talking about my personality at the moment. So I mean that it's so stressful for me to keep talking about these kind of things that I have never talked before. So personal matters like family and everything. So I mean that there are many people around me suffering at the same time. So I wouldn't like to go on and continue like that.
So it must have hurt a lot the way the guys did this with that open letter, because they kind of included you and your husband as well.
Yeah, definitely. That I got this letter after the last concert of Nightwish in Hartwall Arena, Helsinki, and then at the show, after the show, there were many people came to talk to me, and they asked me that, hey Tarja, well, let's see tomorrow in a Nightwish secret party, and I was saying that what party, that I don't know. There were people from fan clubs and promoters and, record label people asking the same thing for me or telling me the same thing, that because they were like, of course, naturally, I was going to be in a Nightwish secret party, but I never had any information about this party. And, this party happened day after the concert when I read the letter the same day. And I mean that there were already like 200 people invited, people that have been supporting me in these 9 years of career with Nightwish. And so that was the moment that really broke my heart, when I understood that the band has been planning this since a long time and inviting people I was not having a good time and party time, when I had that letter in my hand. And afterwards, when I realized that it was not a letter for me to read, it was an open letter for the whole world, including things that I couldn't see from me, and I couldn't see the picture of me in this letter.
You said you were never good at talking in the band. Do you think this situation could have been solved differently if you kind of had gotten some help to learn how to communicate with each other?
I definitely agree that because that was the biggest problem in Nightwish since many years. I mean that there should have somebody come outside to help us. That there are even bigger bands, a lot bigger bands. They have been getting help from somebody, the therapist or somebody. It should have happened already. People around Nightwish, they should have really realized that we have had problems. But I tried to talk to the guys. I invited them to the meetings, and I really, as a woman, I really wanted to talk to them and face them and talk. And if we never, then in the end, when the problems in communication came so big that I was not even able, anymore to talk, I tried via email. So obviously this was not enough from my side either. So, for example, I would like to talk to you about one thing that I haven't been talking, and since you are in Norway, you might know about this concert in Oslo.
Yeah, sure.
That it was mentioned in the letter also that this concert did happen in the end, and as you know that Nightwish played in Oslo. But many people that they are reading this letter, they think that it never even happened, that I was cancelling the show, and this kind of lack of information and the problems the band had, this is a good example, because the band, I never got to know about this show. I got to know about this show just a short notice before the show was going to happen, and it was already sold out since a long time ago, and I never knew about this, that this show was there. So I was having plans about my, what the Tarja outside Nightwish is planning for her, free time, a private life. Everybody of us is planning to go out with a friend, so to practice, sing, or be at home, relax, that I didn't know that this show was there in some days. And then when I got to know about this, I was asking that how is it possible that you are not telling me about the shows, that how can I know if you are not telling? So this was mainly the problem all the time. But the reason the band gave me to do this Oslo show was that it was so expensive for the crew and for the band, for everybody to fly from Hell. That we had a concert in Hell before Oslo. So from Hell back to Finland, it was so expensive that we needed to do this Oslo concert in the middle, because we were traveling in a bus from Hell to Oslo and Oslo to Stockholm. So it was good to do the Oslo concert in the middle. So I said, all right, okay, well, the pressure came from the band side very bad. They were even saying to me that I am not respecting fans and like this, because it was always the problem in the communication that they hardly ever inform me in time, that what is going to happen. And I am part of the band. I have been 9 years part of the band, so I wanted to know the information.
Sure.
So I really couldn't understand that how is it possible that I get so wrong information all the time. And fans that bought the tickets knew about the concert very long before me,
The guys made a few statements in that open letter, and one of them is that the next Nightwish album was supposed to be your last one. Is that true?
Yeah, definitely. That it was 2004 in December. We were in the middle of a once tour, and things were bad, and things were really bad. These kind of same kind of problems all the time, and things that we have agreed already since Wishmaster tour, agreed together with Thomas and me, and then these promises, they just failed, and it was a bad time. And with all these problems, I became to start thinking that, hey, I cannot hold on this anymore, that I don't see the light in the end of the tunnel anymore, that I need to start doing something else, because the mental pressure is so hard, that physically even hard, but mentally very hard. So I asked the guys to have a meeting in December, and I told them that, I have decided that it's my decision that the next Nightwish album will be my last one. So I wanted them to know, I wanted to face them, I wanted to tell them that how I feel. And I wanted for us together make a plans for the next album and for the next tours also, that they are going to be the last ones with me. The band's career can continue, that is not the thing, but with me, that let's go to the media, let's go to the press and for the fans to tell about my decision, that I have came into this point and I want to let people to know about this. But the answer from Thomas was that the band doesn't want to go to public. So, well, definitely, at this moment, I respected that decision that, okay, you don't want. But you know what, after that happened, they started to plan to kick me out of the band. And now I am here talking about these kind of things, like same kind of feelings that I have received emails from the fans telling me that how about this concert? We just saw Nightwish. Was that all fake? Was that all fake, that the band was faking to perform to us? And I feel in a way the same inside of me, in my heart, that, okay, I didn't know how long in advance they have known that they are going to throw me away without even coming to tell me face to face that they are having this in mind, as I told them. And I thought that it was fair. This made me very sad, and it's still making me very sad. And the whole thing that the world is talking about these kind of things that were in a letter, things that really I would never personally myself put it anywhere open. Yeah.
You've obviously had a hard time lately. Have you just spent the time, recovering, or have you now started focusing on the future? What Tarja will do as a solo artist, or maybe join a different band?
Yeah, definitely. I have been with my friends and with my family. I have missed them a lot. They have had a lot of pressure because of this thing happening, and I needed that time to be with my family. And but again, now, of course, I need to start thinking about that. I need to get on my feet and be the strong woman as I have been, and concentrate into singing and developing myself as a musician, as a singer. So, and I don't actually have that much time. I have in a couple of weeks the first Christmas concerts coming, and I have a small tour in Europe, a couple of concerts in Finland and the rest in Europe. So I will be performing for the Nightwish fans very soon, and I am very nervous about this because the situation changed quite suddenly. And, next year also some classical concerts, very big ones I will have. But definitely this metal music, heavy metal music that came in my life in a sudden way with Nightwish. And I'm so grateful for Nightwish that they really introduced me to heavy metal. And I started, liking the metal. I started like many, many elements in metal. And I don't want to throw that away from my life because it became a big part of my life in 9 years. It's a big period of human life. So
sure.
I mean that I really, in the future, when I'm going to make my first solo albums, I am going to use that kind of element somehow there and combine with my voice and, of course, my personality and so. But it's not going to be a heavy metal album. This is very important that the metal fans are not expecting me a metal album. It's not going to be like that, but definitely sound-wise they will find something interesting out of it. But, this kind of talking, I'm just talking to you, and it's like a mind flow at the moment. I haven't put my finger into that yet, and I need time, and it will take a long time. But yeah, happily to the future. I'm very grateful. I'm very thankful for Nightwish, for everything what I have experienced with them. And I am sad, but I'm not angry. I'm not bitter or anything like that. But I'm sad that this needed to end it like this.